Hello and welcome to Wulfrum. This video was suggested by JK Studios, who wanted to see Trimarang vs Flamarang. I was worried you'd have to craft 3, but you actually only need to craft 1, and then you can throw 3. That's cool. What? People fucking following me while I'm working on the video. Hello and welcome to Terraria Item Versus. Today we have the Flamarang versus the Trimarang. It's an item I've never used before. I like it a lot. However, the contest between these two items is not close, yet again. I'm waiting for the day when an item versus video is kind of like two items that are similar in damage, and like, it's kind of hard to tell what the difference is between the two again. Like, the only one we kinda had was your Collies vs the Night's Edge. All these other ones have been not close at all. So, general notes. The Flamarang, if you push the button and hold it, does not shoot. Trimarang, if you hold down the button, it will auto-throw them, so it's much easier to use. 1 projectile versus 3. However, the Flamarang has the 50% chance to inflict the on-fire debuff, which will increase its damage. However, for my testing, I did not count this damage per second. I just used the weapon itself, so if you get lucky, your numbers will be higher than mine. So here you have the stats. Damage with no reforge, 21 to 49. Damage with a reforge, I use Ruthless personally. I don't really care about crit chance, I just want big hits. 25 versus 58, more than double as powerful. Damage spread, you got 21 to 29 and 49 to 67. Sadly, the dummy tests are kind of boring because they can only hit one target, so all the tests, all 6 of them are the exact same, which is 71 to 94 for the Trimarang, 134 to 200 for the Flamarang. The reason the range on the Flamarang is so wide is because depending on how good you are at shooting the boomerang in a timing, or throwing it, I suppose I should say. Depending on how good you are at that, you can get way higher damage or way lower damage. This puts the average at both weapons 82.5 versus 167. Knockback 4.5 versus 8. The Flamarang may as well just be turning enemies into baseballs that are getting chucked out of the stadium. Critical chance and use time are identical. Velocity, not only does the Flamarang do more damage and knock enemies further, it's also a faster moving projectile. So it doesn't really matter that there's 3 Trimarangs, because the Flamarang is going to come back to your hand so you can throw it again faster. Rarity, sell amount, research, reforges are all the exact same, and internal ID, I prefer lower IDs because they're easier to find, so Flamarang wins there too. And here's where the items are on the tier list. Flamarang, I give an A, fun to use. Trimarang, A+, very fun to use. It's kinda sad the Trimarang does even less damage than just the Imp Staff, who, reminder, is just doing damage on the side on top of your damage. God summons are broken. The Shurikens are weirdly strong. I guess it's just because they pierce so many targets, so they're really good in most situations. I underrate them for sure. So Flamarang is in 5th place overall, Trimarang is in 8th place overall. Well, I hope that answered the question. Yeah, it's the Flamarang. This thing is like twice as powerful. Although the Trimarang is easier to use because you just hold the button down, and it's way more fun to use as well. I wish it was stronger, but that's how the cookie crumbles. So that was a fun video to make. If you have any other ideas for versus battles that I could potentially do that you're genuinely curious about, let me know and I'll do them. So subscribe for that. Thank you for watching, Wulfrum. Have a wonderful day, and I'll see you next time.